I want to get this out and vent. A few years ago, I started a relationship with a woman who was older. To be more exact, when I met her, I was 11 years old and she was about 20. She used to come home to help me with school. I liked her, happy and fun. My parents were divorced, and I stayed with my father, so she made me happy. Everything was normal at first, but as time went by, she began to do things that made me uncomfortable. A year later, she confessed that she liked me and that she wanted us to go out. I rejected her. I thought she would walk away, but she didn't. She acted as if nothing had happened. I assumed she was no longer interested in the topic. Until sometime later, my father went on a trip, and I stayed with her. She gave me something to drink, and then everything was confusing. When I woke up, she was naked on top of me. I remember I was scared, and she just smiled, saying that I would like it, and that this was our love. I mentioned it to my friends without giving much information, but they said, "You're great, I'm so envious. You are lucky." After a series of events, I started dating her. I would be lying if I said it bothered me. She was pretty, attentive, a dream in a nutshell. I was a miserable person who took advantage of her. My father's words. This was the only love I could receive. My life was going to hell, and I discovered that no one cared except for her. We stayed together until I turned 17 and she got pregnant. Everything became more complicated because I didn't know if it was mine or another of her friends, but I liked her. So we continued. Shortly after the child was born, she left with someone else, and I was left with the baby. I guess there went my luck. Now I distrust any woman who is very kind to my son. I came across one, and I can't bear it if the same thing happens to him. I was stupid to accept that this was love, and the people around me didn't say much. Did a woman abuse you? That's ridiculous. You should be ashamed. You should be happy that older women like you. But now I understand what it truly was. Thanks for listening.